Now I command you, watch the Code Geass review and subscribe! Okay, I'm fucking crazy. Hello people of YouTube, 'tis I, the Crimson Assassin, and as of your free will, you are now forced to watch my Code Geass review and subscribe to my channel. Hello people of YouTube, once more today, 'tis I, the Crimson Assassin, and I'm here to review the anime Code Geass. Wow. So the story of Code Geass follows a boy named Lelouch v. Britannia, once heir to the throne of this kingdom of Britannia, once who tried to take over Japan and ends up doing it, and Lelouch, after witnessing the death of his mother, swore vengeance upon Britannia. So one day after gambling, he noted that there's a huge freaking car crash that happens outside as he was driving. So then he investigates and gets caught up in this huge terroristic assault for supposedly the reproclamation of Japan. But anyway, so inside what was in that thing had a girl named C2 or CC, depends on which of the English sub or dub that I saw in dub, by the way. So C2 gives Lelouch a thing called the Geass, the power to control anyone just by saying a single command. And with the power of Geass, Lelouch is now under the mask of a man named Zero and going to take his revenge and start a rebellion against Britannia. I was requested to watch this anime by a couple of my friends and a couple of my subscribers and people of the black critic community. I had this one guy that basically said, if you don't watch Code Geass, I'll come to your house and fucking slit your throat. So, with that in mind, I forced myself to really watch Code Geass and took my sweet time with it. And guys, what did I gotta say about Code Geass? Wow. I was right onto watching this anime, because guys, this anime had it all. It had suspense, it had plot twist, it had edge of your seat, what's going to happen next, action scene. You don't know who's going to come on top, you don't know what's going to happen in the next episode. Each episode will leave you towards the edge of your seat. This anime was a thrill ride to watch. Just by watching a single episode gets you so intrigued to watch it. You force yourself to watch another episode because the anime is so damn interesting and so compelling that it forces you to watch because you want to know what happens to the characters, what happens to this character, what's gonna happen with that, who's gonna come on top, who's higher up. You don't know until it happens, which is the perfect suspense. I'm thinking that the pacing and suspense of the anime was handled beautifully. Each episode, like mentioned before, edge to your seat, don't know what's going to happen. Next we have its amazing animation. 2005 was a year where animation was more colorful, more realized, and everything was such a beautiful, breathtaking detail during the time. And the animation of this anime is solid throughout the entirety of it. Especially during its epic action scenes, which we'll get into in a moment, and plus the mechs. My god, the mechs in this anime look amazing. Even though they're not really called mechs, they're called nightmares, I found them to be really interesting, and each mech was great. I enjoyed each and every single action scene featuring the mechs, because let me tell you, at least one episode has at least one mech action scene in it, which says a lot because the anime is such a suspenseful thing. Next we have one important element that every anime has, and that is its characters. What do I have to say about Code Geass and its characters? each and every single character of the anime were all interesting, all developed, and each character had a motive. Each and every single, from one episode appearance to main to side to support to protagonist to antagonist, each and every character was stand out, was developed, and all in all, they were all interesting. Let's start off, of course, with our main protagonist, Lelouch v. Britannia, or Lelouch Lamprey if you prefer, or Zero himself. Okay, before we talk about this man, let's just say I took a lot of comparison with him with the anime Death Note, because Death Note and Code Geass has two similar main protagonists, Light and Lelouch, except one of them had a grudge against, Britannia. One just wanted to be a plain douchebag and become God. But that's completely out of left field. Lelouch himself is the most genius. He is smart. He is sinister. He's maniacal. He's a liar. He's anything that you can think of about Lelouch is present, because this man is all over the place, but he's such a fleshed out main character. You understand why Lelouch does the things that he does. You understand his struggle, his compassion, his everything. You understand why this man does the things that he does. And do I condemn Lelouch? No. Can I sympathize with Lelouch? Yes, because Lelouch is he's fucking amazing. He's a genius. He thinks 5 steps ahead out of everything else. And what I liked about Lelouch, and what I couldn't stand about Light, was that Lelouch can accept defeat. Although, sure, when he loses, he feels down about it. But at least he gets right back up. Unlike Light, he can't stand losing. Lelouch can stand losing, and he can stand for his own actions. Lelouch accepts his actions and for all the things that he has done. He is one of the most interesting, fleshed out main characters in an anime I have seen in a long time, where you really understand why he did the things that he did. He's such a fleshed out man. All things could be said about him, but he did his main job as a main protagonist well. I like the direction that they went with Lelouch, and he is an awesome main character. Whew. Hold on. We're not done. There's still plenty of characters I can mention. We got Suzaku, who is yet another fleshed out main character, which I kind of had mixed feelings about Suzaku. Sometimes he would be on our side, but yet sometimes he would go with the other guys. You really don't know what his true motive is, but I did like what they did with Suzaku, especially towards the end of the anime. I like what they did. He was again, another interesting fleshed out main character's antagonist, whatever. He is fleshed out. Next we have Natalie, Lelouch's little sister, which I think she's just the cutest fucking thing I've ever met. If I were to see her, I just want to pinch her fucking cheeks. She is so kind, so dearing, and I just love Natalie, especially the relationship that Natalie shares with Lelouch. They're just like 2 peas in a pod. You can't separate these two. They're just so cute. I like every little scene with them. That could be said about the ending, but anyway, I like the thing that they did. She's so cute. She's just so cute. I just want to fucking go up to her and just pinch her fucking cheek. She's just so adorable. We have Colin, which I think she's a badass. Again, this was a supporting character, but he did his job. No, I want to say that she was a supporting. I think like a side. No, supporting. I really didn't like the direction that they took with Colin. She is awesome. This girl is fucking awesome, man. like, you understand why did she do the things that she did? What was her true intention? She was so fleshed out and memorized, and I thought out of all the characters in Code Geass, she is my favorite one. Colin Kozuki is a badass, ladies and gentlemen. She knows how to handle herself in plenty of ways. And last but not least, should I mention C2, or CC, depending on which one that you watch. I watched the dubbed version, which we'll also get into that a little later. But I did like C2. She was, again, another fleshed out main character, and you understand why she does the things that she did. Especially that I liked how that her voice actress was the actress that did Sakura from Naruto, which I think that she did a well done job on. And since we're on the topic of voice actors and English dub, the English dubbed itself, for the most part, is handled very well. Johnny on Botch as Lelouch is perfect. I think he did a well done, excellent job as voiced as Lelouch the Britannia. I felt like she was well done. He did a well done job as Lelouch. I think Johnny on Botch is a well done voice actor, and he'll go on record as probably my favorite voice actor of all time. I mean, come on, Ichigo mixed with Lelouch, come on, man. Although, I would kind of question his role in Vash the Stampede and Trigun. But any other way, I think him as a more serious, more, what's the word? I would say he was like this more free-willed, free-spirited character. I freaking liked Lelouch in every single way, especially Johnny on Botch as Lelouch. As for the rest of the voice actors and actresses, which I looked them up but I totally forgot their names, they all did a well done job. And all in all, what I really did like about this anime was its subplot with when it came to the Japanese and Britannia and this whole thing about discrimination. That was interesting because it's like what happened, back in the 1960s when African Americans were treated differently than white people. I felt like when they handled the topic of discrimination, that was handled really well. That subplot about that whole subplot with when it came to the war in Area 11 and how Britannia came and wiped out Japan and replaced it with only a number, that was interesting, and that had a full-fledged story in the anime. It does its job as a subplot, and it was interesting and had me satisfied. And speaking of satisfaction, the ending. That really did actually have me satisfied. Especially for those people who might saw the ending, they're like, really? That satisfied you? Yes, it very much did. And I'm not going to go into full detail about what happened in the ending, but just letting you know, come to expect the worst when it came to the ending. But all in all, I expected something else to happen, but I liked the direction when they came to the ending itself. Especially with a huge shocking moment, and that shock really flared and really had the perfect mood to end the anime. So, what cannot be said about Code Geass that hasn't already been said before? I have no problems at all with this anime, except a few little irritations, I would say. Like, the constant, oh, we're gonna get Britannia for this. God, oh my god, Britannia. That kind of annoyed me, but I'd see why they did that. But anyway, I have no real problems with Code Geass at all. So that is why I'm gonna give Code Geass a 10 out of 10. It is a masterpiece, and I recommend everyone to go watch it. Wow, a whole 2 weeks of not me doing anime reviews. How does this feel now? Feels nice. Anyway, if you'd like to see more, if you'd like to see more of my videos, please, once again, I commanded you to subscribe. Why haven't you subscribed yet? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed those 3 Minecraft videos that I did before. Although, that's gonna later on transition to something else that I have planned. And this is the Crimson Assassin, and I am signing out. Until then, peace, YouTube. For other anime recommendations, I point you towards Death Note, which has a similar plot to Code Geass. And I also point you towards Gurren Lagann because that's the only manga anime I really actually liked. So, sorry I forgot to mention that in the beginning. But now, this is the Crimson Assassin, and I am signing out.